Good evening, I'm Mallory Maddox.
And I'm John Isley. A new way to reach 911 is coming to Douglas County, and while it does involve a phone, you won't need your voice.
Erin Murray shows us the latest in getting emergency assistance. She joins us via 6 News Live.
John, Mallory, let's say someone breaks into your home, afraid that they may harm you. Let's say you choose to hide in a closet. You want to call 911, but what if the burglar hears your voice? If only you could text 911. But wait, you soon can. Coming January 5th, 911 will be accepting text alerts for some.
911, do you need police, fire, or medical?
In a moment of crisis, let's face it, calling isn't always possible, which is why the 911 Center in Douglas County is now launching a text to 911 option.
There are those emergencies where some people aren't going to be able to use voice. As an example, I've dialed 911 and I'm texting that
Today at the Douglas County 911 Center, they're testing it out.
He asked what was wrong. I said there's an intruder in my apartment, and she asked now if I'm in a safe place.
It's set to launch January 5th, but there are some important differences we all should be aware of.
When a call comes into 911, normally we're able to map them and get their coordinates and find out exactly where they are.
But with texting, finding a person's location is not always possible or reliable, which is why
The most important thing you can provide us with is your location.
Avoiding text speak is also important. Think English class. Use complete sentences and spell out words completely. No abbreviations.
another difference with texting is the operators lose that information they gather from just listening to a voice.
We're not using our hearing sense, so we don't know who we're talking to right away. So, there's certain things we can kind of figure out who we're speaking to, whether it's a male or female, an adult or juvenile.
So, if at all possible, call 911 instead of texting.
Thank you. If anything changes, call us back.
Because calling is still the most efficient way to request emergency help.
Again, this launches January 5th, but it will depend on your carrier if you're able to use it. Now, most of the big carriers will have it, so if you have Sprint, AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon, they should be okay. But if you have a smaller company, you might have to check with them. Another thing I want to point out is this whole thing was also designed for the speech and hearing impaired to help them. And it is important to know that this will only be available in the English language, and also it's not going to be available everywhere. So right now, just Douglas County. Reporting here live with photographer Jim Hinchek, Erin Murray, WOWT 6 News.